wider than your hips. Pull those hips way back, pull your arms way back, lengthen your whole spine. Take a couple big breaths in and out with me. Keep our hips back here like this. Scoop the hands up. Back in again. Hands to the top of the head. Press your head into your fingertips. Try to hold that length in the neck. See if that makes it a little harder. It should. Let's turn our hips in a little bit. Rotate your feet inwards. Really, really reach. Reach, 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 reach. Good. Step a little wider. Hips way back. Reach for the ground. Different than your typical forward fold because we're reaching the hips behind us. You should be able to dorsiflex the feet, which means the heel stays down, the toes come up. Do a couple of those on each side. Make sure you got your weight where you need it. Doing half sphere tension on the ground. You can dorsiflex and work those feet inwards till you feel your inner thighs start engaging. Pulling the hips back for every inch we walk the fingertips forward. Breathing your belly away from the ground. We'll walk ourselves into a little bit of a plank here. Unlock the knees. Let's tap them a few times. Unlock them, then lift your hips, lift your butt towards the ceiling. Really drive your head through your arms. Put the same amount of effort in that founder exercise you just did. Driving way up. Breathing. We do a little bear crawl, a little backwards, just a hair. Just go a little bit, one step, and drive into that. Get that one shoulder to stretch more. Step it back, do the other leg back, reach, drive. Let's repeat that again. So stepping back, left leg, reaching left arm a little bit farther away than the left leg. Big lat stretch. The other angle here. Reaching, stepping, reaching. Oh. Good, good, good. Kick your left leg up in the air. Drive in. Get outside the foot there. So you can go knee down or knee up. Let's do a couple little windmills. Thread the needle. We got the range of motion. You can think about tapping that elbow down as you thread the arm through. Let's go knee down to the ground. Do the opposite. Rotate. Good. Back to our little plank. Stretch it out again. Kick that right leg up. Awesome. Today, doing a special workout. Doing the Welsh Whittler workout. Ooh. I've done one other workout for someone in my life that's passed away. I make them hard. But that doesn't mean you have to go hard. So the warm-up I'm about to go over is the easy way. AMRAP means And we're just doing as many rounds possible in a certain amount of time, so 25 minutes. So you can take this warm up and just do that for as many rounds as you need to. Good. Shake that off for a second. Just a little stretch. We'll do the warm up with some weights. So grab your kettlebell, get a little sip of water. We'll walk through this. So unlike the Murph, which was just a workout that our Lieutenant Murphy used to do, we're gonna do something that's thematic. Based off some things I remember about this person. Not all of them are really serious things. The first one is the coffee drinker. Coffee and kettlebell is what we do here. We're familiar with coffee drinking. I don't know where my coffee is, but I did have some. I prepped. So, a little bit of different grip on this. Normally I do the goblet squat a little different. So we're gonna grab it by the horns. Not really going for a swing here. Going for a strong deadlift. Pressing the ground away really hard. Holding that up like there, like you're drinking a big mug of coffee. You know what we call it a goblet squat because it's like a big chalice, right? A big goblet. So this is just another way to hold it. I don't typically go for this grip because I don't like it, but it probably means I need it. So that's the first part. Let's practice that again, going down. Strong deadlift, less swing. We're actually gonna go into a bit of a squat. Pressing overhead, back down. 10 times, let's do it. Big breath. Squat. So we call that a squat thruster. You're using that squat to drive that kettlebell up. You can time it a little bit better than I'm doing. So that would look more like this. Kind of catching it in the squat. Show it from another angle. Not that it's a race. You're actually saving a bit of energy, saving your arms, allowing your body to drop underneath the kettlebell, catch it in a lower position. We'll say that's around 10. Already warmed up, so there's the hoodie. This will be the first workout where I'm gonna go outside. So the traffic on Memorial Highway is gonna get to see some kettlebell action today. So I'm just gonna explain everything. I'll probably take the camera out there just so you know that I actually did it, but also that you can see how I'm doing some more of the advanced stuff, which I'll try to go over. So there's our coffee drinker. 10 times. If you want to continue just doing that one for the rest of the rounds. We're not starting the timer yet, so that's that one. Pretty simple. All right, our next move is the Renegade Row. That's actually the advanced move, so the warm-up move is our bent over row. Similar, just a little easier. Depending on what's going on in your body, might not be as easy. So we call this one the woodworker. Like you're doing a sawing motion, right? And we're just reversing every time. You could burn out one side if you want, up to you. It's just more of like sawing a tree in half. So good bent over, not bent over, and our strong hand, just what we warmed up with the founder. 20 of these. So if you got 2 different weights, watch what I do. Just turn around. Watch what I do. It's very advanced move. Hey. you turn around. Really go a little faster. We probably should for a warm-up. You can really try to pause and go a little farther. If your shoulders are hurting you, maybe just do 5 each side. Slow them down. Today is one of those days where we're getting after it. We're going to get it. The last thing is a kettlebell run. So I've always done this with just one kettlebell. I've never done a double kettlebell run. So we're calling this one the father. We're carrying double bents for the warm-up and for being inside, and maybe you don't want to go outside, you can just do lunges. So that's what I'm gonna do for the warm-up. Let me show you how I get, because I've done a lot of carries in Colorado with single bell, so I'll show you what's the most comfortable position for that. Actually, I tend to transition. Used to do 400-meter runs, so you're going for quite a while with a kettlebell on your shoulder. So not only you're switching left to right, but you can also go behind the back. So pretty much like I'm gonna snatch it, or yeah, pretty much like I'm going for a snatch, and then I just place it on the shoulder with a handle facing outward, and it just kind of sits very comfortably on the trap. It should feel like it's on bone. I got pretty thick traps, which is necessarily a good thing, so it's just comfortable for me. If it feels like you're crushing yourself, just less weight. Or get a sandbag or something like that. So we'll do some lunges. So I swing this sucker up. Little catch it right there. I've done that with 70 pounds. It still feels fine right there. It just feels comfortable. So we're weighting one side. We call it a run, but you're really kind of like you're doing a jog with it. So let's just do some. We'll do some reverse lunges. So I'll do about 20 just to make up for the run. 10 or 5 each leg. So 10 on one side. And then do the other leg. Trying to get my hip involved as much as I can. And then you can just grab this, bring it over, and we'll do it again. Kettlebell presses down, so forces your spine to decompress. It's like an easier way of doing foundation training. It's naturally should, I should say. Cause your spine to decompress. When I'm running, I tend to go here with it. I don't really do any there today. But that'll be similar to the double bell hold, which I'll show you. Which leg did I do? I don't know. Oh, I wasn't supposed to switch sides. My bad, ignore that. That's why I felt weird. Get a breath in each time. Good. Let's grab it by the horns. Swing in between the legs. You want to round your back. Don't be afraid of the bell. You bring it down. So pretty simple, just 3 moves there. Put some water. That'll pretty much do it for this video. I'm just going to run through the advanced version if you want to do it. Some of these I would not recommend if you've never touched a kettlebell before. So the great thing about these types of workouts, like the Murph, people come back to it every Memorial Day. So you would come back on the day you want to memorialize this person. And for me, that's a great way of just remembering somebody. Especially you get these little funny little themes, just reminds you of memories you have with them. So if somebody knew Mike, it's just something good to do. Some of us like to cry out of our eyes. CrossFitters, we like to cry from
every pore in our body. So however you would like to mourn, go for it. All right, so now we do our coffee drinker. So normally you've seen me do this in the past. We rack it. My thinking was that's gonna spill the coffee. So we want to end up in a little bit more of that upright kettlebell position. So there is another grip that we haven't talked about ever here, called the palm press. There's a reason why, and you'll see why. It's a little tricky, but you can kind of, like we did doing it on the shoulder, guide it with the other hand. I usually do it anyways to like get good at it. So I'm bringing it up, just kind of catch it. The handle's resting on my flexors, my forearm there. The same exact thing, we're catching it, doing a squat, thruster. Now that might feel a little dangerous to you. And this is one position I don't really love the kettlebell or the competition bell so much. The smaller bell fits better in my palm, and some of you probably got smaller hands than me, so it might even feel more awkward. And this is really gets dangerous as I do one of those. So we bring it back up, catch it, squat it, press it, doing 5 each arm. There we go. When you get good, you can time that all better. Really just get good at the form. I was playing around with this the other day for the last one. Drive up, step out with the other foot. This is called a Cossack squat. Drive it down, stretching, stretching. Hand touches the ground. Keep that up in the air. Step the legs together. Back to the rack position. Switch sides. All right, so I'm not gonna burn myself out. I think you get the idea there. 5 each side. Now that I've overworked one side. So there's the alternate for the coffee drinker. Again, just do the warm up if you want, whatever you want to do there. So actually, just the renegade rows. We do the bent over rows, the warm up. Renegade row. We're in a plank. Show you from the side. So typically I see people kind of pick their butt way up. Goal is to drive the head way up. Think about what we did there as a warm-up, pressing the back of our skull into our hands. So the butt just naturally drifts up, try to keep it down. You're not really level, but you're about here is perfect. That's what we want. Get yourself, your chest right over these bells. Big breath in, and you're just switching each time. Okay, 20. 10, flip, if you got different weights, it's okay to have different weights. And then for the father, it's our double kettlebell run. We're going outside. I'm actually gonna put on shoes for once, just because it's a little, it's actually not that dark now, but I just don't want to run on any glass. It's not the goal. Kind of pointless to run on pavement too. The barefoot life is about finding uneven terrain. So this is tricky getting these up. From a swing double bell rack, I'm going to slide it on top of the traps. This one's a little uncomfortable. So for the single bell, the handle out to the side. Now we're going to have the handles towards each other. They should be touching a little bit. If I kind of just lock them together so they're not clanking while I'm running. Again, it's a fast-paced jog. And I love running this way, especially with someone with really bad ankle damage and arthritis. If I'm just running and running, I'll have more pain than if I run compressed. Because when I compress, it forces my body to decompress. It just makes the muscles in the feet work more, so they get stronger. Makes me have a softer strike. From just body weight, I actually strike a lot harder than I will adding a lot of weight. Within reason, okay? I was gonna pull out the 50-pounder today, but I think we'll just keep it here to so this is a 45, or 44 and 35. So this is something, I'll do one run, one way, and I'll just try to remember, okay, purple's on the left, let's switch it the next time. It's not going to be as big of a difference. You just definitely don't want to keep doing it the same way. Switch it up. So, swing it, rack it, right there. That's where we're going. So if you're just inside, you could do your reverse lunges that we just did. That works. You get these down, let's bring it to the rack. Swing, squat. Swing, squat, it goes down. You don't want to pull something out of your back. Keep that spine stiff when you're getting the bells up. Because yeah, I could probably muscle my way up there and overturning even that into a good exercise. So getting strong with those double bell swings before you do something like this will help. See, I don't know how well the Wi-Fi is going to work outside. I'm gonna throw the camera somewhere just so you can see me. And I'm gonna power through as many rounds as I can. We're at 7:20 now. So 25-minute AMRAP. Done by 7:40 or somewhere around there. 7:45. And we'll say 7:45 since we did some extra already. So next year, you can beat yourself up, all right? So just get your shoes on if you're going outside. Hopefully you can remember, or just maybe just do it inside, do the warm up, do a little something. But obviously it's loud out there, so I'm gonna be done talking. Sorry for your loss. For those of you new, Mike, thanks for everyone that showed up today. Billy Bones. Guys, you want to come in for these workouts, please. That's why I'm doing this. Not just online, but there's space. There's space for you here. And I won't put the camera on you. Eventually, you start getting enough people. That's the goal. Is I get people in. I don't care about doing these Facebook Lives. I'm not really trying to build up a YouTube channel. Just get some content out there for people to get a jump start. So they have a platform. Once you got a place, it's way better. It's way better to do it in person. It's more motivation when you're in person. I can see what you're doing, help you along, and yeah, it's community. Community is important. Well, get your bells. Let's just take the phone out. Have a great day, guys. I'll do for 7:45. Yeah, right, deal.